Hello and welcome to the Tech Code Concepts. I'm Nitesh and this is the third video of our series Git Tutorial for Beginners. Today we will be discussing about github.com. In the previous videos we discussed about the local repository Git and we maintained the different versions, we extracted the versions whatever required, but say for example you are in a situation where you want to have an online repository where you can maintain a copy of the local repository just for the sake of safety, so that in case if your local system got corrupted or something, then you have an online backup. Or you want the online repository just so that different members or different collaborators can work on the same copy of the code, they can push the code, they can pull the code, and the working on the code is seamless. In both the cases we need an online repository and github.com is the solution for that. There are other solutions available like Bitbucket, but GitHub is the most popular online repository right now for managing the different code collaborations. So in case if you want to create an account with GitHub, just go to github.com and click on sign up, and then sign up with the entering the username, email and the password. Once you click sign up for GitHub, GitHub will ask you for either a free or paid account. The free account can be only used for creating the public repositories, and in case if you want a private repository, then you need to pay GitHub for that. The difference between the public and a private repository is that the public repository is public for everyone, anybody can download that and view that. But in case if you want, if you are working for an organization, then you need a private repository so that it is private for your organization and nobody else can download until you provide permission on that particular repository for that user. Okay, simple enough. So now I'll not describing the sign up process because it's pretty easy. You can just sign up and follow the procedures. You need to even verify your email. Once you do that, then click on sign in and just log in. So this is the first page what you will be seeing, and in case if you want, you go to your profile and click on edit profile. This is the profile page of your GitHub account. You can upload the profile picture, put your name, put your bio, and enter the URL and the company information if you have all those things. Now in this video we won't be discussing about all these options. We will be just touching base of SSH and the repositories. In the next video, which will be the final video of this tutorial, we will be discussing the rest of the options. So now let's click on repositories. A repository is similar thing what we had in our local system. So in case if you want to create a repository, you need to go to this page and create a repository. Now before creating a repository, I want to show you how this particular thing looks in that GitHub desktop tool. So if I go to this GitHub desktop tool, you can see that I can see the history. There is no uncommitted changes. Now remember I talked about this publish button in the previous video. You can publish your code directly on the GitHub of your account by clicking on this button. Now remember, this particular software is already connected to your GitHub account. That's why it knows that where it need to publish. So in case if you click on this publish button, you can just type the name of the GitHub repository which you want to create in your login, and then if you want to put the description here, you can put that. If you have multiple accounts connected with this software, then you will be able to choose, but right now I have only one, so I can just click on this one and click on publish repository, and this will publish this repository in this account with the name which we have given. But I won't be covering that into this video because that's easy enough and you can try it at your own. I'll be covering the command line method. So I am creating a tutorial, the repository here, Git tutorial. You can put the description here in case if you want for this repository. As I said, the default repositories of my of the account which is free will be created as public. In case if you want to click on if you want to create a repository as private, you can click on this and then pay to GitHub and create a private repository. Okay, so for this tutorial we'll be creating the public repository. This particular button is used to create a readme file in the repository. A readme file is a file which is used to describe what is there in the repository. For now I won't be using this, and we'll be clicking on this button to create a empty repository. Okay, so now our repository is created on github.com, and there are two ways by which you can access the repository. One is HTTPS and one is SSH. There is a difference between these two, and we'll be covering this in this tutorial. First we'll be covering the HTTPS, how to create this remote on your local system. There is a procedure which has been given here. So we'll be going on this procedure one by one. Let's just click on this button to copy this particular URL on your clipboard, and then go to the terminal and type git remote add, and then the name of the remote. For this tutorial I am giving this name of git online, and then the URL. Done. So now in case if you want to see all the remotes what you have already added to this repository, then click on git remote. Now you can see that there is online remote repository created, what we had just created by this command. Now if you want to push this particular folder or this particular repository to the repository which is created in your account, then you just need to type git push -u and then the name of the repository online remote what you have created, which in our case is git online, and then the branch which you want to push. So we are pushing right now the master branch. If you click enter, in your case if you are doing it first time, it will be asking you the password, but in my case I have already tried this, so I entered the password, so it's not asking me the password. Okay, so it's done. If I'll go here and click on the code again, now you can see that the file is here, and right now it's only having the master branch. So let's push our new branch which we have created in our previous tutorial. How we can do that? It's pretty easy. You can just git online and near. That's it. Okay, simple enough. And now if I go here and refresh, you can see that the new branch is there. It's pretty easy. Okay, perfect. Now that's the part in which you are we have covered the HTTPS part. There, as I said, there is another type of URL which is called as SSH, and in that you need not to provide the username and password. Okay, so how to get to that particular point? Now before doing that, you need to create a SSH key for your computer and add it to your GitHub account, so that your GitHub account recognize your system that yes, push from this system should not require any username and password. How you can do that? Okay, very good question. You need to just write the command ssh keygen. It will ask you to enter the file path where you want to store the keygen. I'm just clicking on enter to store it on the given path or the default path. Then it says that I already have it. Yes, I already have it because I tried it before. So in case if I want to override, I should type yes. And it's asking for the passphrase. This is used in case if you want to provide a password for your key phrase. I don't want to provide a password for my key phrase, so I'll be just clicking on enter, empty, that's it. So it's done. Now this particular keygen, this particular SSH key is on this path. You can always go to this path and open the file and copy. There is another shortcut key in the command which is which I'll be typing in pb copy, and then toddler ssh, then id underscore rsa.pop. Okay, so now that particular RSS key, SSH key, is in my clipboard. I can go to GitHub, click on this profile, and then edit profile, and then click on this SSH and GPG keys. I already have a key installed for my MacBook Pro. I'll be deleting this and install the new one. I can put any name here. You can put any name just to recognize your system and add the SSH key. Okay, that's done. Now just go to your repository and click on this button and click this link to convert this part into the path into the SSH. Click this button to copy this into the clipboard and go to the terminal and again add a remote. Add. Now I am going to give this name Git Online SSH. Okay. If I run the Git remote, I can see that there are two remotes are there. Now let's make some changes to the first.txt file and say that this is the line to test online push via SSH. Okay, simple enough. Git add dot git commit -m. This push is to check SSH working. Okay. Now git push. Now you need not to add a flag -u. You just need to add git online SSH and master. Boom, that is done. Now if you go here and refresh it, okay, and then click here, and you can see that the line is here and the code is being pushed. So this is how you can add the remote to the to the local repository, and then you can push the code. You can add the SSH key to the GitHub and make sure that you need not to provide the username and password every time you push the code. Okay, in the next tutorial I'll be covering the fork, start, watch, organizations, pull request, issues, projects, settings, wiki, etc, etc. And there is one last thing which I want to cover in this tutorial, which is called as Git Ignore, and then I'll be finishing this tutorial and will meet you in the next tutorial with all these sections so that we can cover the complete github.com and tutorial. What is Git Ignore? So say for example you have a file first.txt and you have some files in your local folder, like if I create another file, nano second.txt, and I write this is sample file, and if I say git add dot, then Git will add this file to the staging server also. Okay, and if I say git commit -m, adding second.txt file, and if I say git push git online SSH master, and then let's see what happens. Okay, if I go here, we have the second file also, but there might be a situation where you don't want to push certain files. For an example, if you are working on a project, you don't want to always push a connection file, because obviously your local connection is different than the online connection. There can be a number of files which you don't want to push on the github.com. There can be libraries, or there can be anything. How you can do that? Because as soon as you write git add dot, it will add all the files. So the another way is that you should always mention the name of the file, but this is too tricky in case if you have too many files which you need to add to the Git online server. There is a file which is named as git ignore. We can create it by like this, git ignore. Okay, and here we can define the files which we don't want to push to the online repository. And I think the video is getting long, so I'll be covering the git ignore also in the next tutorial, that how we can configure this file, and then how this file can keep the track of that which file need not to go to the online repository, or need not to even go to the local repository for the version control. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this tutorial. In case if you have any questions, just put it in the description of this video, and I'll try my best to answer this as soon as possible. Once again, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe and keep watching Tech Code Concepts. Thank you.